Hey, Raindrops. Yes, I am going on tour. Reality with the King tour is coming to a city near you. On Monday, April 22nd, I am doing a live Messy Mondays with the one, the only Tamar Braxton in Atlanta at City Winery. For all my mothers, darling, yes, on Mother's Day, I am celebrating all the mothers. Come party with the King, honey, and the cast of Love and Marriage DC. Just the women, though. Ashley, Irena, Winter, and Joy. We're all gonna celebrate Mother's Day together on a big Mother's Day brunch. That is Sunday, May 12th in DC at the very prestigious Howard Theater. To get your tickets, look down the link below, okay? Buy your tickets, and I will see you soon.
Girls.
People are running amok in the castle.
Yeah. See, I don't be playing with these bitches. These bitches play too fucking much. They too animated.
Well, we like animation, Momma Dee.
Yeah, but when you come against the throne of grace.
Oh, okay. Grace under fire.
Yes.
So how's the castle bit?
Purr. Yeah.
I just want to say thank you for this.
Oh, thank you.
Because I know you're very busy. You have a lot going on.
Oh, yeah. Whole hell of a lot.
You have a lot going on. And not only do you have a lot going on, you're also somebody that, you know, you're filming a lot. Because, baby, when I say to you, well, let me introduce you first, baby, because I am super thrilled. I've known this woman for 15 years. And the first day I met her, I fell in love instantly. She is the greatest mother ever on all reality television. So you know damn well I am referring to the queen of the castle, Momma Dee.
Hi, Carlos. Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for saying yes, because look, you are such a force in life. You are a force in television. You are a force in the booth because you do sing. You do rap. You are multi-talented.
Thank you.
You're multifaceted. You have an eyelash line.
It's called Royal Lashes. And you can go at www. The Real Momma Dee, THA, Real Momma, MOMMADEE. In order of them, I have on Majesty. That in itself, that is, it looks like Drama Queen.
Oh, so you gave me Drama Queen.
You picked that one up, Carlos.
You set me up, girl.
And I have here, this is Princess.
Well, I want like yes. Diamond Princess?
Yes.
Oh.
And this is Lady in Waiting. Now, they're named after the Queen's court because, you know, as you realize, the Lady in Waiting waits on the Queen. She wants to be the Queen, but she got to wait.
Okay.
So that's why I titled Lady in Waiting.
Okay.
Yes.
And are you a lady in waiting?
No, honey, please. I don't. Ooh, I'm like time, honey. It waits for no one. Seriously.
Timeless beauty, you are as well.
Thank you.
You really are. I have always wanted to have a real conversation with you because your story is so interesting that it feels like it should be a TV movie or a TV series just based on your life and what you've been through and what you've overcome. A lot of people don't know your backstory. And I want to spend a couple of minutes, you know, about that first. But talk to us, Momma Dee, about like where you grew up, how, because you've always been fine.
Thank you.
You've always been fine.
I lost a little weight lately, but in the last
it doesn't matter,
6
honey.
months, but
that face card ain't declining.
Okay. Well, thank you. Ching ching.
Oh, beep beep.
Okay.
What was Momma Dee like as a young girl, teenager? Where did you grow up?
I was born a Grady baby, first of all.
Okay.
And
for those who don't know, Grady Memorial Hospital
is the trauma hospital and the biggest hospital in Atlanta. It receives all like cases like bullet wounds, burn unit. It's just specialized in everything, children's health care. It is also the biggest and only trauma hospital that's in a 30, 40-mile radius of the city of Atlanta. And, you know, when I don't care what happens, they're going to take you to Grady. Grady will save you. Grady saved me in 63. 3 days after I was born, I was diagnosed with spinal meningitis. And they, over the few months that I was there, one time they did call my mom and asked her who were their family minister and that they need to gather the family together. Because I was on my way out. And fortunately, God said different. And so here I am.
And there you are. There you are. So you're from Atlanta.
Yes.
What were you like as a teenager? Were you
crazy?
Were you always bad? And when I say bad, like body and just like attitude?
Body, attitude. Like this is a wig, but my real hair came like this. And so I just thought that I was God gift to the boys. And so I used to stay in the mirror all the time. So this one particular time I was at my grandmother's and she walked past the bathroom. I had the door open. So I'm just in there adoring myself. And she backed up. She said, let me tell you something. Ain't that much pretty in the world. Come in the kitchen, let me show you something. So that's why I get my cooking from my grandmother, because I went in the kitchen. I got out of the mirror, not long, but enough to learn how to cook.
How did you get into the life of being a female pimp?
So I have a degree in nursing. I came out in 87. And I was working for home health care. I worked at St. Joe's ICU East unit, open heart unit. I worked for Pooh Care, pediatrics. I was just, you know, doing it. I've also worked for abortion clinic. I will admit that. I had just married Ernest for the first time. Because, you know, when we remarried 2015, that was a redo.
Yes.
We had been divorced, and we remarried in front of the world. And, you know, when we remarried, the day after we got married, that year, the first time, it was in 96. And I was in a head-on collision. And I fractured my hip into pieces. I fractured my left patella, which is the bone behind the kneecap. It's called the patella. And all of that just shattered. So there I was at Crawford Lawn in orthopedic floor. And I remember that night so vividly because they took a drill, something you would do on a house, a car, like just a drill, like you would do something that you're building. And they put a pipe through my knee and hung it up in tractions. I mean, it was awful. So, you know, I became disabled. It took me 3 years to learn how to walk because of the hardware that was inside of me and still is. And that's when people see me walk, you'll see me kind of like do a sway. That's it. And to be honest with you, when it got to the point where I couldn't fend for my kids, I didn't want to tell them, no, you can't eat today because ain't no groceries. I didn't want to tell them, no, you can't have school clothes. I didn't want to tell them, no, you can't have no toys up on the tree. Because my mother, even though she was a school teacher, a real school teacher, not a made-up one, you know, she taught her kids to get it. She said, I'm going to raise you in the way you should go. You go to Sunday school, then church. If you cannot give God your time, even when we became teenagers, she says, you can't go out even at a movie with a boy. Why you going to give a boy your time and can't give God? The reason why you here and the reason why you can walk around, the reason why you smile, the reason why mama working and got her degrees and able to work, go to Fort. And then she was the type, let me tell you what she did. When I divorced Scrappy Daddy, so there I was with this little boy. And when she got ready to get up and go to work, and she taught at Rockbridge Elementary, she would come in my room and click on the light. You know what she said? If I can go to work, you can go find work. In other words, she wasn't tolerating for no children laying around the house while she got up and go made a living. You go get up, you grown.
Yeah.
You made some mistakes. You got into a marriage. It didn't work. You're home with your little boy, which was Scrappy, and go get it. And that's what forced me to make something of myself, because everybody's not college material. I get it. But, you know, if you're going to go to college, get some type of trade, because you, even today, right, you got people that have college degrees and bachelors, and they can't get a dime in that degree.
Right.
So you get more people that are skilled, that got trade, that are making way more money than a person that have read a book.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's the way, you know, time changes.
Right.
And it's a new way of life. And so when I turned to the streets to sell drugs, and I went to pimping, and let me tell, I started selling drugs first.
Okay.
And then it started with me buying like a 8-ball, and I cut it into dimes, and I sell it and put in these 000 bags, if people know what I'm talking about. And I got, then I flip it. Then I sell that, cut it up, flip it. Then it got to the point I was buying a half. Then it got to the point where I was buying 28 grams, that's a cookie. Then I got to the point, I got tired of getting it from the dealers that would, I go get the powder, and then they cooking it for me. No, you're gonna teach me, because I don't want to need you anymore. So I did that. And then I was in the hospital. I think I got my appendix out. And I was talking to, back a long time ago, you know, they had rooms, you could share a hospital room with another person. Now everybody got the private suites. But this lady was telling me about the pimping. And she was saying, well, you know what? She said, I'm a madam and da-da-da-da-da. And she was telling me, she said, start out with, and I was curious as how you do this, because it's an all-male dominancy thing going out here in the street.
Yeah.
And so she said, get one girl first, and then a second one. And then you just build. So then I started watching the men. And so I'm very nosy. And so I watched how they get into women ill. And they were selling dreams. And I said, you know what? I'm going to be a dream seller. For I've lost my nursing part, right? I can't walk.
Right.
Because I was still, because at the head-on collision, I was in a wheelchair. You graduate from a wheelchair to a walker. From a walker, you graduate to crutches. From a crutches, you get where a cane, when they doctor tell you when you can bear weight on that side in which was broken. So it's a process. Very long one. And so after I started selling and getting that open one trap, and I had the young boys working for me. So I would go, when they get down to like 500 dimes left in a sandwich bag, they'll call me. I'll come and get my money and replenish them. And then I had one on Metropolitan and Stewart Avenue and Cleveland Avenue. And then I had one in Swanee, and I had one in Stockbridge, traps. Scrappy used to come, before Headbusters, before anybody even knew who my son was, he used to come to my traps and get money to pay for his studio time. So it was me paying for his studio time long before he met Lil John.
You were making. But talk to me about, like you said, being a pimp is a male-dominated field, and it still happens today, right? By you being a woman, a black woman, being a pimp.
How could I? Because with the trafficking, they're stealing women. They're doing it by force. I did it by choice. In other words, you had some pimps messing with these little girls. Well, these families missing they children. They finna call their children out missing. But my women, grown-ass women, made a choice, okay? And they were over 21. I didn't mess with teenagers. That's why a lot of pimps get locked up, like Sir Charles and all the ones that, where he had a video showing him doing with underage girls, but it said pimping in the DA in the South. And that's how he equivalated those RICO charges. So, you know.
You have women over 21.
Yes. And it's by choice, not by force.
Right, it was their choice. And how would you set up a clientele of men?
Well, at first it was the normal way. The girls out on the street. They all had to wear the same colors. All the other pimps knew they were my girls because they wore the same color that night. Then the next day they wore them. They said, I always say, oh, there's one of the girls. And their makeups were done. I kept their things. And then you had other prostitutes out there on the street. Them bitches had on the same clothes yesterday. So you know they stink. So, you know, you can tell that their pimps were just taking the money. They weren't seeing about the women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So not to make light of it, but what I'm hearing is you really took care of them, made sure they bathed and they were color coordinated, and they were over 21. It was their choice to do it. What percentage would you take? Like if
all of it. All of it. Let's be real honest.
Yes.
A pimp supposed to take all of it because I take care of them.
But what do they get?
They take care of me.
So if I'm turning,
they got showers, they got their hair done, they got their makeup, they got their nails done. I clothed them. What do you think I'm supposed to pull that out of the bush?
So wait, if I'm turning a trick for $500,
then you gotta give me all your money. You gonna break yourself. You in my face, you gonna break yourself.
Do I have?
Don't forget you chose. Yes. Remember, you chose.
Where do I live?
You chose me. You live in my brothel. Are you okay?
No. This is fascinating to me. So, real talk.
And so I had to make sure because Vice Squad was out there, Narcotic Squad was out there. Back then, it was the Red Dogs, and then the Cap County was the Black Cats. And in South Fulton, it was Tri-City. So I've gotten laid down by all three of them that tried to get me. And I remember one time they got me almost because they had some marked money. And be honest, y'all, I told the police that guy that gave me the marked money, he owed me that money. Yeah. Then they pulled all the girls out the car and they checked their purses. They had no IDs, number condoms. And so I said that one of the men said from the Narcotic Red Dog, he said, we heard of you, D. We heard you trying to be the next Holly Fleiss in Atlanta. I said, sir, no, we roommates. Aren't we girls?
How many girls did you have living with you?
About at the end before I stopped, 15. So the rumor was that Momma Dee retired because she had 29 hoes. She retired because she couldn't get 30. But that was just a rumor.
So when I spoke to Scrappy, he did say when he was younger, he
had his dick sucked by one of my hoes, and he still owe me. Scrappy, you still owe Mama for that trick. What?
No, he didn't tell me that.
It is what it is, but it is what it is.
So he said that he would see straws on the carpet, which intimated that people were doing drugs in the house.
That and shooters. A shooter is a glass that you put Brillo in, and then you put the on top of it, and then you light it on that end, and then you pull. I guess that's what they were doing because I ain't never tried it. Of course, I would never try anything that got me when I don't have it. Like, I could never smoke a cigarette because I looked at how people act. When they don't have a cigarette, have you watched people?
Yeah, I don't smoke.
They get into attitudes and stuff.
Have you done drugs before?
I sniffed some cocaine back in the day to stay up all night.
Was that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Nothing else?
Because I'm too strong-minded. I want to control everything. Nothing can control me, nor will it.
So you led a fascinating life.
It was hard.
What made you stop?
I was in a place in DeKalb County buying a key of cocaine, and they came to bust. And I was in there. And it was about 3 or 4 guys in there buying the key. And so somebody yelled something. Here they come or something. And I know they had burglar bars on the front door. And next thing I know, in about 30 seconds, woof, they had a tow truck. Woof, pulled that burglar bar out the whole hinges. And I was already in there. So I couldn't run. Them black cats of the DeKalb County, they was on her. So, you know, I did what I had to do. I got rid of mine. The guy moved a floor. There was a hole in the floor in the bathroom by the toilet. And we threw all our stuff down in there. So when they came to me, it was a few seconds. So what I did some things that men cops can't check females. It has to be a female. So by the time the female, they ordered one, right? By the time they ordered one, and before they came in, actually came in, because they came in with guns with beams on them, told all of us to lay down. And before they came in, I knew what they were going to do. So the lady that lived with the guy that we was buying the key from, I told her, give me a sanitary napkin and some ketchup. So when she gave me the sanitary napkin and ketchup, I put ketchup on sanitary napkin, stuck it to my legs. So when she got ready to check me and she pulled my pants down and seen that, she was like, I don't want to go no further.
Wow. So you didn't go to jail?
And then Scrappy found out. One of the guys knew Scrappy, and they called him. They said, man, they got your mama and them laying down, man. Got your mama laying down. He just lost it. And he said, Mama. And he had already made it with Lil Jon. So and he said, Mama, what's going to take for you to stop?
So at this point, wait, your son is one of the hottest new rappers in the world. Songs on the radio, touring with Lil Jon.
I had been selling long before he became famous. So why should I
You didn't stop.
No, I didn't. It's addictive.
It is
the money, getting the money.
Because it's cash in hand.
And it's not traceable.
And it's not traceable. Do you miss it?
The power, yes. The power. It's the addiction to the power.
That's what it is.
It's so strong. And the money. And it's just, you know, it's crazy because when you see people get out of prison or jail and then they go back to selling, you wonder like, ain't they stupid? They just went to jail. And then they back out and they doing the dumb shit again because the power. Do you know you hold power? People giving you their hard-earned money to use a specific drug. And then they're giving you everything. You got people lose their homes, their cars and stuff. So you banking. And what I used to do, I guess, to help myself deal with the crazy, I would go and people that would break themselves. I would go back and like if I knew they had kids, I would buy the kids Christmas, stuff like that. To justify my mean. I mean, I'm being honest.
Yeah. No, and I appreciate your honesty because I've always wanted to ask you these questions because, you know, I'm fascinated by your life. Because
it was very dangerous.
Yeah.
A lot of watching over your back because, you know, you had other drug dealers because I was a female and I was making that money. I've had other men to come tell me, say, AD, you know they talking about, man, they want you dead, man. Yep. I had a guy one time came in my house and he brought 3 birds, 3 keys of cocaine, and he put them down on my dining room table. He said, nah, these 3 keys. And the reason why he did that, because I kept buying a key a week. But I had 3 dope traps, so I had to supply them. But when he saw me flipping like that, he was like, okay, let me offer the front. Let me front her 3 birds. No, you will not. Because when he said, I want a certain amount out of each bird, that means I'm working for you. I don't work for nobody. I had 3 small kids. Had I got locked up with them keys, he still gonna want his money. I didn't want nobody kicking in my door, putting a gun to my kids, nor my head. So no. That front shit is that punk shit. It's something I don't fuck with. If I couldn't buy it, then I didn't need it.
Well, that explains why when you came on Love and Hip Hop, you were a force to be reckoned with. You came in and the camera loved you. Loved you.
Thank you.
Is that because, did you always know you were going to be famous?
No. You know, what happened was I had, I was introduced by a hair designer to Keisha Cole and Frankie. And I lived in Conyers at the time, and then I moved to Atlantic Station. And I remember sending BET a 8x10 picture of me and a bio. And at the end of the bio, it said, I am Atlanta's best kept secret. In 45 days, BET sent me back that 8x10 and a letter saying, at this time, you know, blah, 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 we don't choose to, And I took it. And I'm going to tell you how to, and I still take it that way to this day. Since Scrappy songs were on the top 10, he wasn't relevant enough to show his life. And his mother definitely wasn't. But what they didn't realize, I was the force behind Scrappy. I was the force. I was the one that paid with drug money and prostitution money for the studio time. I'm the one that paid for the limos and mink coats and bought him a car in cash. I was the force. I've always been that force.
And is that why, to this day, he gives you whatever you want within reason?
No,
because
he don't give me what I want.
I said within reason. Within reason.
I don't ask him for nothing because he fixed it coming on Love and Hip Hop so I can earn my own.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He felt like Love and Hip Hop was his gift for you.
Thanks. Yes.
Yeah, thank you, Mama. And
it's greatly appreciated.
Yeah. When you did season 1 of Love and Hip Hop, the most famous scene of a debut reality star is you in the kitchen talking about what was going on with him and Diamond.
No, I think it was the refrigerator. The place I lived in had burglar alarm because I remember Funky Deneva making fun because Funky Deneva came out, my hair is like Momma Dee's, and he had a little thing with that. And he said, Momma Dee, and where you stay with burglar bars? Well, I stayed over in the West End area. I just started getting VH1 checks, so I had to start from scratch. So, the refrigerator wasn't in. And the man that owned the property had told me 3 times it was going to be and it wasn't there. And I was just mad. And I added on to the scene being honest and truthful. Because if you're telling me you're hiring me to be honest and truthful and talk about my life and show you my life, then that's what I'm going to do. And so I brought up about that damn refrigerator not being in there or installed. And I went off in front of the camera and I said, he got me fucked up, bent to the curb, and in that order. And that was it.
That was it.
But people don't know where in that order comes from.
Where does it come from?
It comes from life. It comes from that, with the tree, there's a root, right? Then comes the tree. Then comes the branches. After the branches, there are the leaves. Everything, like a baby in the mother's womb, takes 9 months to create life. Everything has to have order. Without structure or order, we can't exist. The Word of God tells us a house on sinking sand will not stand, but a house on a solid foundation. It may rain, the wind may blow, that house ain't going nowhere. That's what the story with the 3 little pigs, huff and you puff and blow your house down. So because the other pigs or whoever they are built it with straw and hay, but the house that was built in brick, the wolf can tear down. Okay, here we go.
A novelist you are. You got that right. So the first season of Love and Hip Hop, obviously, you were inserted in the Scrappy, Erica, Diamond dynamic. You had love and affection for Diamond when she was dating your son. And then when the whole thing happened with Soulja Boy, you were very hurt by it.
Yeah.
What was going on during that time that, because, I've spoken to them both. Scrappy admitted to cheating. Diamond said that because Scrappy was cheating and Soulja Boy was something new and different. That
I get it.
Yeah. Do you forgive?
Of course.
Okay.
Because, again, when you have a religious background, and you're raised in the church like I was, of course Momma Dee got a temper. Of course Momma Dee got that get back spirit. Yeah, I'm gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you up front. Usually with meeting me, you know who you're messing with in them 5 minutes. Oh, you definitely know. I don't hide nothing. I was hurt because knowing that he had did her wrong first, and he did. Mm-hmm. I ain't telling you, he did. And but the way she did it so out cold, and I'll never forget that day. It was at the car and bike show, and all the DJs was talking about it. And I remember Diamond did an interview and said, I fucked with Soulja Boy the long way, and she was like, it was as though she was happy that he was hurt. And I'm like, okay, I love to get back because I'm a female and I've been cheated on. Mm-hmm. I've been lied to. So I get it. I am woman. But when you get back and then get off of them. Don't continue to pound. Because then when you do that, then you're asking to see me. I would never let anyone hurt my kids. I don't care if Scrappy is of age. I'm 60, he's 40. I love my children. I have a daughter, the other day, just turned 37. Mm. So I get it as a woman because I've gotten back with Ernest. You know, when he do stuff to me, he's cheated on me in the past, okay? So, yeah, I got that get-back spirit, and I get it as a woman. Get his ass. Mm-hmm. I'm down for it. But get off of him after you get him. Sting him and get off of him. You continue to pounce, then you knocking at my door. People say on Instagram, Momma Dee style here business. I ain't in here business. It's been weeks, guys, that I don't even talk to my son. People say, what's Scrappy? I don't freaking know. What's Scrappy doing? Scrappy a grown-ass man. But what you're not going to do is destroy my son. That's what you're not. When I had him that day at Grady Hospital, and they pulled him out and everything, and they were cleaning him off. I was still hooked up with my legs up in the air, the IV in my arm, doctors and nurses around me. And they cleaned him up and put a cap on his head, and they wrapped him up in swaddling clothing. They brought him over to me. I looked at him, and I said, Carlos, I'm your mom. I will be your mom for the rest of my life and the rest of yours. I've been waiting 9 months to meet you. I'm your mom. There's something that happens. I mean, the whole 9 months you feel the baby kicking and stuff, but once you release that child into the earth and they separate you from cutting their umbilical cord, because what people don't understand, they don't like. You can't tell me how to be a mother if you never were a mother. You can't tell me because your mama didn't show you that type of love that I'm wrong. No. I love how I love. Those are my children that I bear and that I brought into the world. When I took a breath, when I was carrying them, guess what? I gave them a breath. They are mine. The Bible say they are gifts and they're on borrowed time. They go back into to the world. They're going back to God. That's hard for a mother. I work for a funeral home, so it's hard for me to see a mother bury their child. I can't imagine, and I don't want to know how that feels. I don't want to know. But I don't like when people go on Instagram or they get it and they say, well, Momma Dee, stop Scrappy. No, I would never, ever give up on my kids. I will always be there to whatever capacity that I can for my kids. I've met mothers they out there chasing dick. They still out there chasing men. So they ain't got time to do what I do for my kids. They're different moms, But I don't judge how you mother. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Don't judge how I mother, because I'll never stop. I'll never give up on mine. For as long as I live, as long as I'm in this earth and in this time slot, they know their mother loves them. Daryl and Jasmine. I have 6 grandkids. I will kill a brick over all of them. And you know a brick can't die. That's what type of mother I am. I'm the type of mama, yeah, I got out there. Yeah, I broke the law. And I'll do it again if I felt I need to do that to feed them. How about that? My mother told me she wouldn't go out there and break the law to do nothing. That's her. That ain't me.
Mm-hmm.
I love who I love. I buried those kids. A few years before I got even pregnant with Scrappy, I had 2 abortions. I don't care. But I asked God already to forgive me.
And that's why Scrappy means the world to you, because...
Because honey, he glad he got him. Okay.
Yeah, no, we all... Listen, you have a beautiful children.
Thank you.
You know, you are a great mom. You know, we do see the love that you have for your kids. When it comes to Scrappy, a lot of people do say you insert yourself in his girlfriend's or his ex-wife's business.
I don't. Scrappy tells me certain things. And I don't know if you saw his live on my live.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, quote unquote, Mama, it's a lot of stuff I ain't told you. And I said, I don't want to know because I got blood pressure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I do that because I don't want to know. And I want him to be able to talk about things because it's healthy. A lot of men hold things in. And it's okay to cry. It's okay to laugh. It's okay to fall short. We're all human. We all fall short. But some things, people, when you know your parents are getting older, don't put all that on them. Don't do that. Because you ain't doing them no favor. Mm-hmm. You're making it harder. They've raised you guys. Don't do, and I'm guilty of not listening to my mom. I've made the choices I have made in my past have made my life hard. A living hell, actually, because I wouldn't listen. And people, I remember on one of the scenes, Sierra said to me, Momma Dee, you wrong because you don't tell Scrappy. Let me tell y'all something. I do tell that boy. He don't listen. You tell your kids when you come up, they don't listen. He don't listen because he feels like, first of all, he a man. He grown. What do you know, Mama? And you know what the greatest lesson is? The greatest degree is in life. Just keep on living. And life will show it to you. Just keep living.
Mm-hmm. Of all the women Scrappy has dated, from Erica to Diamond to Shay to Bambi, which one would you want him to marry and be with for the rest of his life?
Now, at this point.
At this point.
Erica.
Is she your favorite out of all the girls?
Well, me and Erica had a past, you know, as you know, when we first came on. And I hate that people, you say, is that scripted? You guys, I wish that I could read a script and then act like I'm cussing you out. And then once the cameras go down, we go out, have drinks and dinner and whatever, and laugh, ha, ha. That's how actors do. But the key word is reality. If you have a problem with someone on the show, you have a problem. Mm-hmm. And they just address it. And they don't tell us what to say. What they do, they tell us the topic to talk about, and they step back. So all the fights and arguments are due to the individual. Mm-hmm. All of that is real. I'm so tired of people saying that.
Oh, yeah, no. You and Erica definitely had some intense moments. I mean, you almost fought her mother.
Yes. And, you know, after that season, because Erica's mother came from my same background, meaning church, me and Mion were able to mend those fences right away. Right after the reunion, mm-hmm. It was done. Right on Peter Street. I love Mion. You know, as moms, there's no book that comes with motherhood. The person that delivers your kid don't hand you a book.
Right.
They put that child in your arms, give you some instructions, and they send you home. And the rest is up to what? Life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to Erica,
yeah,
as of today,
yes. Mm-hmm.
It would be her.
Yes. You know why? Because she's strong like me. And she's witty. She's structured, and she comes from that family that loves Jesus, and they have the fear of God. You got to watch people that don't have the fear of God, because those people will take you out. And we're going to get to those people.
Is Bambi one of those people?
Hell no. Her family, Bambi mama didn't even raise her. It was a lady in L.A. that raised her and her brother. That's why on the show when Bambi said couple of years back, she said, I just needed you to be there. Without telling the world what she meant by that, that's why she said that, because her mama wasn't there. Both her and her mama, I don't understand. Bambi told me a long time ago she would never be like her. But she's even worse. And so your mother raised you to take, and you came into our lives with the innocent vibe, with a intention to be on our show, to take over finances, to lie, because you came in the door with lying.
What did she lie about?
She lied about her age first.
How old is she?
She just turned, March the 1st, she just turned 43 or 44. It's one of them, so don't call me a lie, I'm just saying. But I have proof what that age is.
What proof do you have?
If you could read that for me. Could you read that, Carlos?
What is this, Momma Dee?
Could you read that? Get your glasses, dear.
Momma Dee.
So people won't, she keeps telling people I'm a liar. So what, come on.
Bambi is telling the world she's how old?
37.
And you're saying she's 43 or 44?
Mm-hmm.
So
well, let that tell it. Don't listen to me.
This envelope says the California Department of Public Health, Center for Health Statistics and Informatics, Vital Records.
Yes, sir.
What is this, child?
There's a birth certificate, and everybody could get it. Everybody, I showed it on my live.
This is Bambi's birth certificate.
Yes, and you can get mine if you want it. I don't care.
How did you get Bambi's birth certificate?
Well, it's public record. If you die, if you get a divorce, if you how you think in Hollywood when they find out a couple's marrying?
Yeah, it's
because
court records.
Yeah, it's court. It's public record.
It's public record. I'm sorry, it's public record.
That's public record.
Well,
so that's legal.
I don't feel comfortable reading Bambi's birth certificate, Momma Dee.
Hell, you got the glasses. I don't.
Oh Lord Jesus, child.
There's a seal, so you know you can look at it whether you read it or not. I'll read it if I have to, but
I do see a seal.
Mm-hmm. Is that or is that not legal? Her correct spelling of her name. Does it have the pounds she weighed and what the time? That's her. So if someone dies, you can pull their death certificate, all of that. And, you know, how you think, like, when people say, I'm going to find your roots, I'm going to find stuff in your heritage, because it's public record. And she came on the show saying that she's going to take me to court. Well... Take
you to court over...
Sue me for defamation of character. You can't sue me if I'm telling your truth. Like, you got a black shirt on, right?
Yeah.
Looks pajama-y. But if I said, well, Carlos interviewed me with a nice silk pajama-looking type shirt, how you gonna sue me? I just said the truth.
So Bambi is trying to sue you.
She ain't trying to do nothing. First of all, she's not finished paying her divorce attorney.
How do you know Bambi ain't paying her divorce attorney?
She may be now, but at the time she got divorced,
How do you know all this information, Momma Dee?
The nose knows.
This nose?
This nose. I'm nosy. I've always been nosy.
So the nose knows.
And I have my way of knowing about anybody I want to know about.
But at one point in time, did you ever like Bambi?
Yes. Yes. Hell yes. I would never lie. I'm not going to lie about that. Yeah.
So what happened?
I was happy he got married, to be quite frank, honest. You know why? Because when you have a son that's a rapper like that and is traveling, and I know I'm not the only mama, we be praying for them kids out there. Because they travel the world, you don't know what's out there. Man. And so I was kind of happy he got married, because I'm like, okay, now he's shutting down. So he needs to be at home every night with his wife. Then when Breland was born, okay, now he got a son. You know, he got his money, but him and Erica weren't together. So I'm like, okay, cool. Feels good for me. And then, and I wouldn't be in their business, didn't know their business, didn't care. Because Momma Dee got her own stuff going on. But I started seeing things like every time, they would have stuff, it'd be just her family. And then it'll be like me, and maybe I bring a girlfriend or something like that. But it's like, okay, so I see it's kind of one-sided. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't none of my business. I ain't got to live with them or live around them. So you keep going. And then I start noticing, like, why are you, and every time y'all fall out, why is she saying who can come over and who can't? And I'm like, okay, so I found out Scrappy credit wasn't good, so all the rental properties would be in her name. So that's why she called the shots. And she was telling on TV on our show that, we had to move. You had to move because the owner of the house wanted his property back. But when she got on the show, she said, well, he's late. Yeah, he was late paying, but guess who was paying? He was. Like, say, everything in her name. Mm-hmm. Okay, so he handed her the $10,000 a month to run the house. And I do know for a fact she was helping pay bills too, and that's the truth. I'm not going to lie on her. She was helping too, but it was majority of his money, and Scrappy has a lazy thought process. He think like he can wait, and my husband gets in trouble too, because why I got to remind you, it's time to pay the mortgage. You should know that. So, sometimes men could be grown-ass boys. Do you hear me? Mm-hmm. And I get it with Bambi. When she said that, I understood that because I know my son. Now, she was not lying. She was not lying. He's very tardy for the party on a lot of stuff. Mm. But it's not that I didn't raise him like that. When kids get out from under your roof, I don't care what you got people that are serial killers. They weren't raised to do that. They just get on their own and their brains or whatever, and they do the crazy jump to the world. So he was raised to do what I'm doing. Pay your bills on time. Create allies, not enemies. All the stuff that a parent can structure their child. I gave those instruments and tools to him. If he does not follow that, what you want me to do? He too old for me to whoop. I can't whoop. I can't put him on punishment. I can't do nothing but pray. Like the rest of the moms around the world, I can't do nothing but pray. And because when I talk to him sometimes, he gets the big pants by himself, he'll hang up the phone on me. I mean, what do you want me to do? Like, for instance, we filmed in Vegas a few years back, and he called himself getting me told. He really supposed to be getting her told, but he came to me because he didn't want to deal with her when he got home. So he took it out on me, right? Mm-hmm. In that scene in Vegas. And when I got home, I blocked my own son for 4 months. I didn't talk to him because never would you stand up against me about a B. Bitch, no. And then I'm seeing the stuff she's doing. And you want, when you go home, not to hear her mouth, but you turn on the one woman in this world that gonna love you regardless.
You felt at one point in time Scrappy chose Bambi over you?
He doesn't have to choose her. It's not a choice. You just don't dog your mama out for no bitch. Sorry. Because let me tell you something about God. That same person, I knew the cross was coming when she did that and came between us.
She did what?
Came between me and my son. She told my son that I didn't love him. What person would say that?
Bambi said that to Scrappy?
Mm-hmm. And then when you saw that scene that she tried to hit me, I said that. She said, oh, he told you, that's what he told you? Yes, dear, and you did. You know you did. Told me his family didn't, why they don't come and visit. Only my family come, because y'all stay too fucking far. Ain't nobody driving. I'm 60 years old. I'm not driving an hour and 30 minutes to come see none of my kids, unless it's a damn emergency. The queen stayed within the perimeters, honey. Yeah, that part.
So where did things take a dark turn for you and Bambi? Because the thing is like this. You like Diamond, and then the whole thing with Soulja Boy made you dislike her, but now you two are good. Mm-hmm. You've always loved Shay, and you and Shay never had a falling out. I'm going to get to her in a second.
Mm-hmm. We have disagreements, but motherly. It's motherly.
But it's never been a fallout. Mm-hmm. You and Erica obviously loved her, had a falling out. Y'all are good today. Mm-hmm. So it's Bambi.
And then it pictured me as like, Momma Dee, Scrappy ain't going to be happy because Momma Dee, da-da-da. No. Again, go back. He wouldn't have been married to her, the wildebeest, and if he had listened to me, okay? Because they got married in Vegas. It wasn't intended. We didn't know. We weren't notified till afterwards because we knew how she was, and we wouldn't approve. So what else to get him to go to Vegas? And then they come back, they showing us wedding rings. So what do you want me to say? I said, congratulations. That's what I said. What you want me to do? You know? And then when you come in between the wound, that wound is powerful. It is so powerful that it pushes life into the earth. Because if we had depended on men, you guys, we wouldn't have a population. Because y'all can't take shit. Y'all can't take pain. You don't want to deal with issues. Okay, you're men. So anytime a man puts his hand on a woman, whether it's around her neck or anything, he didn't give you life. He has no right to take it. Mm-hmm. And when a woman puts forth life, that's huge. That's huge because in her womb, a brain is building, tissue, organs, all that. And a woman should be respected. And if my son was being disrespectful to her, I would have loved for her to come to me because I would have let Scrappy ass have it. But instead of her doing that, she took angry at him and took angry at his whole side of the family. I wasn't allowed at his house. The last year they was married, they were in the gated community. So she told that Scrappy manager, Chew, and me were not allowed past the gate. If I was Scrappy, see, that's where he let go wrong, because I would have told the bitch, you pay all the rent, bitch. If my mama can't come through them doors, ain't no way in hell, I'm finna pay a bill in here. If it was my mammy, that's what had been told to my husband. Huh. Okay,
Why
you pay all.
Why do you think she said that?
Because she didn't want us to see what she was doing. She's been playing victim at everything.
What was she doing that she didn't want you to see?
You know, women know women like men know men. Like you said, if you heard a man tell his wife, but baby, you gonna say, he cheating on her. You gonna say, you know a man. You know the characteristics. Mm-hmm. You know how y'all work things. I know a woman. We know each other. We know.
So you think you would have seen and clocked what she was doing?
That, and then when I did the funeral for her mom, the obituary, I did. And the reason why I did, and people like, well, why Momma Dee and Bambi Mama don't get along? Let me tell you what happened. I welcomed this woman into my house. She stayed with me for 3 months and paid me $300 a month. That's all I asked her for. She was talking about me like a dog. People heard of my cousins, and she would wait till I go out the room till I see that bitch. I mean, you're calling me bitches in my home. And she did it in front of my husband twice. And so my husband heard her. Our friends that would be over heard her. And my husband got fed up and he said, you know what, Dee, get this bad seed bitch out of this house. And I still didn't do it because I was drinking. I didn't hear it. So I didn't call him a lie, but I just didn't move right away. And then she started doing it in my face. So I said, you got to go. So when I got rid of her, and I knew she was a bad seed, and then when we filmed, I said, I'm done. And then she tried to fight me at the place we used to call Camp Creek, the Pizza Bar, which now is Blue Cantina, a Mexican restaurant. Mm-hmm. And she came up behind me and tapped me. And she said, can I talk to you? And it was a live band. We couldn't hear. So I said, okay, we'll go in the bathroom. And so I'm like, huh? Oh, bitch. I'm like, CC, get your finger. Her and Bambi got a thing with their fingers. They like to put their finger in people's faces, which gonna get cut off if they don't stop. So she tried to fight me.
This is Bambi's mother.
And when she hit me, you guys, she hit me on this side of my head and I had a bob wig on, and she pulled it off, and I just lost it. I just went into her face. I mean, all this was messed up. So when Bambi tell people, or her mother kindly said, no, you didn't kick my butt, but I shut that face down, didn't I? Yeah, my wig was on the floor. But I had an aneurysm over 15 years ago. So I have titanic screws in my skull. And so I went to my primary, Emory. She said, had she hit me on this side, I wouldn't be here now. So I can't come back from that, Carlos. And it's all on record. Yeah, and I filed paperwork on her mom, and her mom, come to find out on a police report that I made, the mom gave a fictitious address, so I could never find her. I know where she is now. I know exactly where she is. Anytime, I would have served her. Because anytime I was renting at the time, I did not own the home. I still had a car note, so I didn't own the car, because anything happened, going back to the dealership. So if I didn't even have much myself, why are you jealous of the least? So when I did research, she was from Pillar to Post in L.A. She's in a high-rise now. So she waits on the government to pay her bill. And if you're jealous at that state, and I have not much, but I had it in the bank. I just don't spend my money wastefully. I'm not into the designer. Anything I have designer, Scrappy has bought. And that's for Valentine, Christmas, birthday, you know what I'm saying? Mother's Day. I don't spend my money like that. Because before Louis Vuitton pay his bill, Momma Dee gonna be able to pay hers. I don't believe in that. I do not believe, and that's just me. It shows you where my values are. You know, if my car, one of my cars break down, I can put it in shop with no hesitation. I wouldn't blink. Because it's not taken away from my ADL, active of daily living. So, you know, when she did that, I said, okay, I'm done with her. And so by me working for a funeral home, Stan Henderson and Son in Stockbridge, where the very fine owner Stan Henderson owns and operates. And I just went in the office, and I did it. And I came up with her program, her order of service. And Bam was so mad. She's like, my mama was scuffling with breast cancer. That same mama that had that breast cancer scare was the same woman that lifted her hand at me and struck me. So we're not going to, there again, the victim. My mama had to deal with breast cancer, but your mama was the same woman that swung. So why should I give a DAM about her cancer? I don't care. Because if I'm sick, what I need to be doing is praying to God that he heals me, first of all. I don't need to be, because I'm jealous of a person trying to tear them down physically and hurt them. I need to be on my knees. My family need to be praying for me. Anybody that loves me need to be praying for me. Because I need the Holy Ghost. I need Jesus. No, they're backwards. I want to fight. I'm from Compton. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be honest with you. When her mama attacked me, honey, I was petrified that a woman her age, and she, you know, she's a big woman. Yeah, her face come down to her chest, and she got the dimples in her legs are the size of golf balls. And I thought to myself, Carlos, I said, oh my God. I said, Lord, call the zoo, because Willie B done broke the fuck out of Atlanta and put some clothes on. That's exactly what I thought.
Momma Dee.
What?
Not the zoo.
Oh, honey, I want to call the Atlanta Zoo, honey. Woo, get that wildebeest, honey. I thought they grazed once a year, but evidently they migrate more than that.
So it's safe to say, because listen, I have been watching this season of Love and Hip Hop.
You have?
Atlanta. It's back to its glory days to me.
Yeah, to me too.
It's because, you know, at the beginning, I mean, the hottest TV show in the world, right? Then it got a little weird in the middle, right?
Yeah, because for me, and this is how I see it, and I'm entitled to my opinion, when you get people that are just IG influencers, then you're going away from the hip hop. Now, I can understand if you grab R&B artists, but they're still in music. Yeah. But you're getting people that just because they got 2 million followers and they do makeup or they do this, they do that. Then you take away from the beginning. And when you take away from the core, it's gonna become watered down. If you stick to what you know, and if you started with something, then you need to finish it with the same thing. Because they said what ain't broke don't need fixing, okay? So when you live out and you pull people that not even in the music industry at all, it tends to water down.
Yeah. But no, the water is
back on fire.
It's back on fire. And listen, you are at the epicenter of everything. There's even something going on with you and Carly Red.
Yeah, a little bit, because she came to my eyelash lunch.
Yes. And
she delivered fake papers. First of all, I knew it was fake because she's not a licensed server. You do have to be licensed with the court to serve somebody papers. Then Bambi proceeds on that scene to tell her lawyer that I got people in my group that the lawyer asked her, "Do you feel threatened?" I hadn't threatened this woman. Nobody that's my age would even behave in such a manner. Momma Dee ain't out there throwing Paul life, honey. Momma Dee trying to get her money. Momma Dee trying to live the rest of her days and love her family, to honor God. I'm not perfect, so as long as you in this flesh, you're going to sin. So you have to ask for forgiveness daily. So you have to strive for betterness and continue on. I don't let what people say, Carlos, worry me. I don't care how people feel about me, because I got to be accountable when I get in front of that man one day about the things I did, things I said. And when you don't have God in your heart and you weren't raised, see, it's one thing when I see Bambi take pictures at the church, because, you know, when we throw things at her, she'll go and do photo ops with the kids and all that stuff. She don't even have the kids like Scrappy. Scrappy had them kids majority of the time, trust me. Oh, yes, he do. And I got proof. And
is that the proof you got?
No, this is a book that she wrote. It's called Unbothered.
Wait, let me get my reader, girl. Hold on, child. Because I didn't know I was going to be reading today, honey. But
honey, yes, girl.
Okay. Okay. So what is this now?
She got something out.
Okay,
Unbothered. And right here, she got misspelled words. And I'm like, you know, you keep saying that you got a degree, but if people listen to her, she don't say it. She got this degree and that because she forgets the lie she says. And by the way, she did go to SCAD in Savannah. She did. But she...
Well, let me find the misspelled words.
Okay, go ahead. I circled it.
Okay, so this is Bambi's bestseller called...
I don't know about bestseller because you got misspelled words.
It's called Unbothered. Pick it up in stores. It's in stores. Honey, Amazon.
Honey, I heard it's a one-page deal and she's just saying stuff.
Not just a one-page deal. She looks beautiful in the cover, though.
Yeah, she does.
She's a beautiful woman.
Yeah, you have to be honest. Even though I don't like her, I don't hate her. I just don't like how she's handled the divorce.
The divorce.
Because for me, when I divorced Scrappy Daddy, I just let that man go on. I didn't talk bad about him. I didn't mistreat his mom. I let my kids go over to because their grandmama loved them. She knows I love my grandkids, but yet if it was left up to her, I wouldn't see them. I see them now because he has joint custody. That's the reason why I see my grandkids.
We'll get at that too. Okay, so it says incredibly inspiring, a book perfect for anyone striving to achieve.
There you go. Okay. So, anywho, y'all. Anywho.
But let me tell my raindrops. Okay. So, you know, in school, they say I before E except after C.
But she
Y'all remember that, right? No? You do? You do?
And then,
okay.
Let me tell you
unfortunately, it's ACHEIV.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
But she didn't do that.
She did, because if you have ghostwriter, they would have picked up on that. And anything you write, Carlos, professionally, supposed to be proofread. Okay, so next.
So when you guys almost got to that fight, the receipt that you brought with you...
I didn't have a receipt at the time.
It was...
Because, no.
She had the receipt. It was her diploma.
It was a fake diploma.
It was her diploma.
And degree is fake. It was fake. I knew it was fake.
How you know it's fake?
I know it's fake because
you didn't open it.
I had, okay.
I watched the scene.
She pulled it out.
Yes.
A pocketbook.
Yeah.
Okay, it wasn't framed. She pulled it. Okay, so listen. Do you know your high school diploma?
No.
Me neither. I don't even know my college. So why would you pull out a fresh, even if you, let's say you went to college and got something. Okay, hold up. Let me tell you something. And let's keep this 100.
Go ahead.
When you have achieved certain goals.
ACHIEVE, achieve.
You don't have to prove shit to nobody. Because I definitely ain't finna prove shit to nobody. It is what it is with me. If I said it, that's what it is. I'm not finna pull and go to my house and pull out nothing. I got a birth certificate. I came out of one woo, but I ain't got to prove it to you. So at the end of the day, if you have nothing to prove, why would you bring that to a meeting? You know why? Because the lies, the pack of lies, she got to keep lying. She got to keep lying to men. Because, like, I just, hope what she don't realize is that men are watching. And they're paying attention to what she does to my son. And if he's smart, any man, I'm like, whoa, I don't want this broad because she going to use me too. Do you really think Bambi used Scrappy? Yes, I know she didn't love him. She wanted to come on the show. Yes. She wanted to come on the show by any means necessary. And that's what she did. Because let me tell you something. When me and Ernest have separated, and I'll keep it 100, I was floored. Okay? I was hurt, Carlos. I was hurt that I had to send a grown-ass man back to his mama's house for not behaving well. Calling me bitches and shit. No, you go back over there to your mama's house with the roaches and you go over there. Because that's the level you want to live, and that's the level you're not going to talk to me like that. Okay. I don't text him and say, and they've got into it, he went to a hotel for the night, right? The next morning, he gets a text, I want $10,000. What woman that loves a man goes straight toward the juggler for money?
She said, I want $10,000 for what?
For a child support, alimony, all that. That's what she wants, some money.
A month or just...
But y'all just got into it, and he just left the house and went to a hotel. And no divorce was filed yet. None of that was even in the picture. But that's the first thing, yes.
A month or just that one-time fee?
A month. So if your anger is directed toward money and not on love, why is it on the pocket? Why would you, with him being the way you tell the world he is, why would you continue to have children? Because guess what? He was the same when the first child was born. He was the same when the second child was born. He was the same when the third. And you knew this. You laid with him every night. You know this man. So you had kids to substantiate a bag, girl. Because, in L.A., had they been in L.A., the divorce rules are different. She could have gotten for everything.
Oh, in L.A., in California law, 50-50.
So you wouldn't have these kids because somebody in your ear, girl, you better have it. You better have them kids, honey. Because as long as I don't care if y'all break up, you at least have some money. So that's why she kept having them back to back. Not out of love. It was to secure a bag. And she did. But not the bag she wanted. And that's why the anger and bitterness, you see all that coming out because she didn't get what she asked for in court and she's miserable. And when she tells people, because I know she's going to see this interview, no, she lying. I'm like, okay, girl, I'm not going to go back and forth. Like I said on that episode, I'm not going to go back and forth with you. See, let the life I live speak for me. Because when I divorced Scrappy's father, you couldn't pay me to say an unkind word. And I wasn't too happy with Scrappy's father, mama, but you couldn't have paid me to say nothing bad. Because that's not where my family's from. We're not on that level. We weren't raised in the hood. I didn't come from the hood. I lived in it. As I made wrong decisions in life, I found myself in the hood, doing hood things, but I wasn't raised. She was raised in the hood and with nothing because she comes from nothing. So, it is what it is.
So in her defense, though, right?
Watch your hand.
I'm watching everything.
I know you are.
I don't want no problems. But no, in her defense, and mind you...
I know, I'm just being funny, Carlos.
No, I know. I obviously am on outside looking in. What I'm trying to understand is, if you believe she never loved him and that she was only with him for the come up to get on Love and Hip Hop,
and she was.
She was with him though for for, was 6?
Off and on, off and on.
It was off and on.
Yeah. But that's what people don't know.
See, I was going to say that.
And she had the same insecurities that she had when they were dating that would cause them to break up. And then they would get back together.
The insecurities of him
doing anything.
Club promotion.
All that. Like, he has been on stage and they say like that guy over there, and he'll take a picture, and that picture will include a girl over there in that corner. She'll blow it up. Wait, who is that? Who is that? She's very insecure. And
well, it shows she loves him if she cares.
No. Insecure that way. That man, when you met him, he was a rapper. Mm-hmm. You knew that man, in order to pay these bills, got to go on the road.
Right.
Okay, come on now. We're going to keep it 100.
Absolutely.
So when you meet someone and they're a doctor, mm-hmm. why are you mad? Because he got open heart surgery. He got 2 of them that same day. You got to understand, when you met him, you knew he was an open heart surgeon.
Right.
All right. So we're not going to play dumb to the facts.
But
we're not going to play dumb to the facts. And even when Shay was pregnant with her boyfriend's child, my son was treated so bad in that house because she had an insecurity that baby was his. And I knew it wasn't his, but had she come to me as a grown woman, because that's what I am, I'm a grown-ass woman. So if she had came to me, I would have told her, that's not, Scrappy ain't messing with Shay.
Bambi thought Shay's baby was mm-hmm. Scrappy's.
Mm-hmm. And it wasn't.
And
I wouldn't tell it because I kind of enjoyed her being stupid. You know, because if you're going to mistreat someone based mm-hmm. upon what you think, then you deserve everything you get. Because I wouldn't mistreat you if you were my husband off basis on what I think. That's not fair, and that's not right.
Was Scrappy cheating?
No.
With
him and Shay? No.
No. Mm-mm. Then why did she think that? Because
she insecure. You got to understand, when people ain't given that love in life, they don't see themselves as beautiful. Because to me, she's beautiful.
Yes, I met her in person recently.
Mm-hmm. She's had a lot of work done. Mm-hmm. So, Scrappy said that she's had like 3 gum surgeries and they still big. She should sue.
Mama!
She should sue that dentist.
Dang!
She should sue them because her gums still big.
Mama!
Mm-hmm.
I saw her recently. I thought she was so beautiful.
I think so too. But sometimes you got to understand women. Why do we act like that? Men often judge us and say we crazy. But what did you do?
To make us crazy.
Mm-hmm, to make me react. So I don't, like when she tried to fight me, I didn't act, I responded.
Was that the last straw for you?
Yes.
Because
it was a week after I turned 60, and I'm like, you know what? I know you lying about this degree. I know what school you went to. Okay, I know you have a high school diploma. I know where you were born. I know who you were born to, who you came out of, and they're the same. And the credit card stuff that she does, her and the mom, they do a lot, and she can't sue me because it's court record. Mm-hmm.
What's court record?
About the credit card frauds and scams that her and her mother do. You can pull that too.
Did?
Yes, not alleged.
Allegedly they used to. They're not doing it right now.
I don't know. I couldn't swear, and I can use the word alleged and say allegedly now. She's not. I hope she's not.
Okay.
But they got an arrest record longer than your arm, both of them, and the same crimes. So take one to know one, right? So when you do stuff, and she's pled guilty to even some federal stuff, pled guilty that the world don't know about. I know, and I could prove it. So if she comes back and say I'm lying when she sees this, I'll just post something that can be public record. It'll just be public record, because I know she waiting on me to make a mistake. So she say, oh, I want to sue her for real. No, it's public. Certain stuff is public record. Again, my marriage is public record. My death will be, okay? My marriage is. You pull it up. So when you send Carly with the crazy, and I love Carly, but a lot of people was taken in this season with Love and Hip Hop by Bambi's lies. Did she ever prove that he was cheating because the judge asked her the same thing in court.
And what did she say under oath?
I don't have any proof.
Okay.
But yet you told the whole cast.
You told the cast.
And that's wrong. And if he was smart, I would sue her. Because if she tried to sue me, I'm just going to make him sue her.
So where do we go from here? Because at the end of the day, there are children involved. And these, you're the grandmother.
And they're beautiful.
Oh, they're gorgeous. Gorgeous. I mean, listen, your DNA is fire, right?
Thank you.
And so is Bambi's, okay? Where do you two go from here? Like, how are you able to move past this knowing there's grandkids involved?
I don't
Momma
know.
Dee?
I don't know right now. And because we're still going through the healing process and there's still some anger. I don't like the fact that I still have anger toward her. When I hear her doing stuff behind the world back, like she'll do stuff and do stuff to him, and then she'll get around the world. And yeah, Momma Dee just keeps saying these lies, and she know I know, and she know how I know, because she direct message that person. When I showed that on my live, she direct that person and said, I know that you're the one that gave her all my information. You can get in trouble for that, but she can't.
Was it an ex-boyfriend who gave it to you?
No.
A family member?
No.
An old best friend?
Somebody that's, that knows. And obviously sent me toward the proof.
Somebody that works for the...
So we're going to keep them safe because of that level. Yeah, we have to. So at the end of the day, when Momma Dee say something, you can bank on it. It's like E.F. Hutton, and I'm serious. Because I have nothing to gain. But she has to convince the world that I'm a liar and she's not. And I'm like, if you lie about something that small, that minute, imagine what else you're hiding. And it's a lot of stuff being hid. And she was dating this African married man, and the wife found out about it and broke Bambi's nose. So, and Bambi know, and I talked to that wife, and she said she's willing to go on record. And yeah.
When was this? Allegedly.
But before she met Scrappy. But I'm just saying, yeah, had nothing to do with us. I really don't care, but it's just to show you the length she will go through. And she was asking the African 10,000 here. I'm finna go in love and hip hop. I need some clothes. Then she done went through Jesus' whole camp, because now she's reached back with one of his things since the divorce, trying to get back in touch with not Jesus, but one of the in-camp people. Yeah.
How do you know all this?
Baby.
Are you and Mama Joyce friends? Y'all listen to the same street to get the information?
What, do I want her to make money? Yes, because she has my grandkids. So I do have her well-being at heart. But when you come for mine, just don't do that. Like, do what you want out in the world. Go do. You can heist the whole bank down the whole street. I don't care. Just don't mess with my son. I don't care about what she does. I don't care. I wish her the best. I wished her well, and she wished me hell.
Well, look, I wish the both of you well. I really, listen.
I think it'll change with time.
I hope it does, because listen, you're a grandma.
But that does not excuse for me to take or allow someone to hurt my son or my family, because even my 87-year-old father tried to speak to her, and she pulled up in his yard and wouldn't speak to my... That's how cold this girl is.
That's not nice.
Yeah.
And listen, I'll say this to Bambi if I see her. I did not like the fact that she lunged at you, because at the end of the day.
Yeah, but you know what? I have already forgiven that. I'm over that.
You do forgive her for that. Okay, well, that's good.
But you don't do it to keep me from telling your truth. So that's what, if you watch how I responded and moving forward, I said, I'm not finna go back and forth with nobody, no woman. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I got better things to do.
Yeah.
I'm on a paper chase. You know what I'm saying? And I got the rest of my life to live.
Yeah.
You can live yours, but you're not going to come over here in the palace and do my kid no harm. No, I'm not playing that. And people can just get off me about that because that'll never stop. I'll never stop being his mom. And yes, I said those words to him when he was born. I'm your mom. And I love you. And I've been waiting 9 months to meet you. And so for that, I stand on that.
And in that order.
Period.
Yes. Well, thank you, Momma Dee.
Thank you for having me, Carlos. It's been a long time since I saw you.
It's been a long time. And you are a fan of Love and Marriage Huntsville in D.C.
Yes, I am. But that Marriage Huntsville, honey, ooh.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Yes.
Bye-bye. And I was also sad when Kimmy
with the cancer diagnosis. She's
God.
cancer-free now.
Yeah, but I'm so happy for her.
Yes, amen.
Yeah, that was a scare. And, you know, I wish everybody well on that show.
And I know they wish you well. And one day I hope that you and Bambi.
I hope so
time.
too. But like I said,
it'll take time. But
it takes time because it took time for me and Erica. It didn't happen overnight.
You and Erica, you and Diamond. You know, like,
and see, that's why people get the misconception. Momma Dee, Scrappy will never have nobody. He will, but it's got to be the right person.
And that right person right now is Erica Dixon.
It is because again, I'll go back to what I said.
Yeah.
In hindsight, she's mature. She has grown. She owns her own building. She's not renting space. Okay. And all she got to do is pay property taxes. So she's not renting. She bought it. And she just bought her own home about 7 months ago. So, you know, she's doing things.
She really is.
Yeah,
I'm so proud of her.
Yeah, and she would never take his money and steal from him. No, because jewelry was stolen from Scrappy out the hotel room and all that stuff. And people don't know that. You know what I'm saying? And so that person continues to elude that and to pretend and play victim. And that's wrong when you know, she know I know, and she know how I know. And she know I'm not lying, but it's her job to convince the world that I'm lying. And that's awful because she cares what people think. I don't.
Well, we know that.
I don't.
Thank you, Momma Dee.
Thank you for having me.
In your glory.
Thank you.
Mwah. Mwah.
Yes.
Love you, boo. All right, Raindrops. Now, I hope you enjoyed that video. And if you did, that means you should love these suggested videos right here. So make sure you click on one of these and watch it. And don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel.